Coday SAYSO.
This is like my first summer as like a girl because I just started transitioning not too long ago. I'm having a lot of fun and enjoying myself and just living my best life. You're gonna have your people that's gonna like seem genuine about things and give you compliments. Like, one thing that we do go through a lot is like when we come across like cisgender females, like yes, yes, bitch, or like honestly, I could go without that. Like if you really genuinely mean it,
right?
One thing,
just a simple compliment.
Yeah, and like keep it real simple. Like just give me a compliment. If you feel like I look nice, thank you.
Yes,
but that yes stuff is like, it's bringing too much attention to me. Like I know what I am, I respect who I am as a person and stuff like that, but that is enough. And then like the boy attention too, like you'll get guys that, you know, they like trans, so you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll speak. And then it'll be the guys that it's like, you know,
the jackasses,
immature, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's 2018. If you're not interested, or if this is something that you're not like if you're not interested, like stay away. Don't say nothing to me. I'm not interested in you. Usually it be the ugly guys too. Like it's always the ones that's ugly. Like
either the ugly guys, the passengers in the fucking cars. Who else? Gag the cunt sometimes.
Yeah, it'll be cisgender females. Like I just said, like they be so, like I feel like being in the fact that we're trans females and y'all are biological females. Like, you know, it'll be like some type of unity. Like they be the most bitter. Sometimes they be the most bitterest one.
I'm 22.
I'm 22 also.
I'm a Gemini.
And I'm a Cancer.
My father's full-blood Jamaican and African. And my mother, she's Korean, Indian, and Afro-American.
I'm just African American. Yes, I do take hormones. I started 2 months now. I lost my virginity at like a respectful age, and then after that, that's when I just started dragging it. But I lost my virginity at like 13, 14. It was somebody that I knew since like my childhood too. Like I knew him for a long, long time. And he like, me and him honestly grew up together, and we got caught by my big sister. We got caught by my big sister a few times too. That's crazy. A few times.
We all was young and fast at one point.
Don't tell the truth.
Bitch, I was around like 13, 14.
Oh, that's not bad. I just said 13.
That's considered young and fast though.
Nope. We teenagers, that's like when you just start understanding, you like, you know, you horny. Like, I think that's acceptable. I was a diva. I was a female. I was a female version of a hustler.
I was one of the cool kids.
I was like one of those people like always in something. Always like, you know what I'm saying? Like if there was a story going around school, usually I was in it or stirring it up or had something to do with it in some type of way. So
yeah, I was one of the cool kids. I always kept to myself. I barely got into fights or anything.
Yeah, I wasn't really violent.
I was
unless I had to.
My 11th grade year, my 11th grade year to my senior year, that's when I started like just tearing high school down. No shade.
We just dealt with discrimination earlier today. I was doing laundry and me, her, we was walking, where was we walking? To the fruit stand to get green peppers because I like to cook. So I was getting some, that's besides the point. We was walking somewhere, where the kids would be. We saw 3 girls and they did the thing when it was like, yes, yes. And we were just like, we looked at them, we kept it polite, kept it pushing. So then we got outside the store and they was outside the store like waiting on us. So just like anybody would, like you're just gonna ignore, keep it pushing or whatever case may be. That's what we did. But when at first it was only 3 girls. That's expected, that's understandable, whatever. But then when I turned around, it was a dyke. Like, well, not a dyke, it was a aggressor, like a girl of the LGBT community that's an aggressor. And she was with them and she was pointing at us, laughing with them. And it like baffled me a little bit because it's like, you're a part of the LGBT along with us, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're laughing at us, they're kind of laughing at you in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not a transgender female, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you stand for? Like, if you allow that, then obviously you allow people to talk about anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just found that corny. So like, we did like, we did turn around and we started to like feed into the negativity a little bit. Because after a while, it does get annoying. Like, all we do is wake up and live in our truth. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do get backlash for it a lot, and it does become annoying, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what if you was to wake up one day and you just wanted, like, not even one day, what if you was just judged upon you being the person that you are just today? Like, that's how we are. Like, it's not a forced thing, it's not something that we want to do, like, to get attention brought to us or stuff like that. This is how we feel. Like, so for us to feel something and be something every day and get bothered by, you know, first of all, black people at that, like, we're all a part of one community at that. We get bothered by our own community, and then for it to be somebody of the LGBT community, it was like a double slap in the face. So it was just like, when are we gonna be like accepted 100%? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna like, is it gonna like ever change in a way? It's like, but honestly, I do ignore a lot. Usually I do ignore, that's the funny thing. Usually I do ignore, but today was the day I just couldn't no more. I feel like anybody that's in like this type of situation or lifestyle or whatever case may be, like, it's best to ignore, just keep it pushing, because at the end of the day, you can't beat the world. Like, you know, there's ignorant people out there, and you can't fight the world. My biggest motivation, I feel like, is like the females in my life, like my family members, like my mother and my grandmother and my sister and my aunt. Shout outs to them. Facts. Like, no lie, them made me want to be like the person that I am today and stuff like that, and who I'm growing to be. You know what I'm saying? Because they always inspire me to be happy with my life and stuff like that. So, and they just like, you know, they're go-getters, they're females, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're the glue of the family, like, you know what I'm saying? They keep everything together, they keep everything copacetic and stuff like that. So I really do admire them 100%.
My biggest motivation is, I would say, my mother. She's a very strong woman. She raised me and my siblings as a single parent. So that right there tops it all. Like, I commend all y'all single parents out there. Y'all so strong or whatever, you know. But
no, for real though. That's real stuff. That's so common though, but that's real.
It is.
It's right. So common, but it's real.
It's so common with, you know, the LGBT community. Not the single parent thing, but most likely like with the mothers and stuff. You know?
Really, no, honestly, you'd be lucky if you have your family to support you and stuff like that. Because, you know, it's easy to like accept your child being like gay or stuff like that. But when you want to become a whole new person, a whole new gender and stuff like that, it's not the easiest thing to swallow. Everything don't just come into play 1, 2, 3. So now with boys, like, sometimes you'll come across boys that are like actually really cool and respectful, and that's like on a social level. Maybe over Instagram, Facebook, phone, you know, they'll say they accept you for, you know, for who you are. And then when it comes to terms of walking out in public and stuff like that, it's a whole like discretion issue. And, you know, sometimes they, you know, feel scared, you know, with society and how everybody look at the whole situation. Sometimes they get nervous and and there's some people, they don't care. Now, sometimes you'll come in contact with boys that, like, on my Instagram and stuff like that, follow me, Lauren No Hill _ But on my Instagram, like, I'll come across a lot of boys that didn't know I was transgender. But that's one thing I'm very honest about. Like, anytime somebody DM me or write me on Facebook, Snapchat, anything like that, and I don't know you, I always disclose that I'm transgender. Because first I want to see how you operate after the fact of me telling you, to know like what type of timing you on. I want to see like where your head is at. Do you look at me as a girl, or do you look at me as like a sexual fantasy? You know what I'm saying? Because that's like what you come across with boys a lot of times, is like, you're talking to the boy, oh, I want you to meet my mother, I want you to come over my house, I want to take you this place, that place. Then as soon as you disclose that, like, oh, I'm trans, it's, oh, what's your favorite position? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it always switches over to something sexual, like, or like pictures is just randomly being sent to you and stuff like that. Like, all of us don't want to be looked at as like sexual. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? We have feelings too. We want to be taken out. We want to go on dates. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have feelings too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's an issue when it comes to boys and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that's with all boys, because like some boys are like, you know what I'm saying? They don't care about how society looks at them, but most do. Shout outs to my best friend Dave Vaughn, and shout outs to my best friend DeSavia, and shout outs to my niece.
First and foremost, I like to give a shout out to my best friends, Janaya Sade or whatever. Who else? City Girls, free my girl JT,
Yeah, facts.
period.
Free JT, free my father Yusuf.
Shout out to my father, Trey, Steph Benzo.
Shout outs to Coday SAYSO.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out to Coday.
this is powered by Coday SAYSO. Facts.
Right.
Like,